What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mom and Papa Joe. Today on the menu are lamb ribs. We're going to be cooking them on the Brooks mini drum. Crispy, crunchy, nicely charred, roasted, grilled deliciousness. Let's make a side and a condiment to go with these rich lamb ribs. They're going to really help to cut the richness. Let's start with what I like to call a sumac onion salad. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons of virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of some fresh lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of sugar in here. Want to give that a nice little mix. This is our onion. What I have here is 1 medium onion, red onion, purple onion, whatever you want to call it. To me, this equals about 2 cups of thinly sliced. I split that onion in half, then sliced it thinly. With that mixture we just created, we're going to come right over the top. Then we're going to come back with about 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of sumac. Sumac is that herb that's, man, so citrusy. It's really going to flavor this salad and, like I said, help to cut the richness of that lamb. So 2 tablespoons. So once we've got everybody in the pool, we want to give this a nice stir. Too easy. So next up is a tzatziki sauce. Tzatziki starts with a T, then a Z. Tzatziki. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, but that's what it is. We're going to be grating half a cup of drained cucumbers. I don't know how much half a cup is going to be, but we're going to grate this. I'm using the largest holes on my grater. I'm down to just my fingers. All right, so now that I've got that first cucumber grated, what I am going to do is place this grated bit in some cheesecloth, and I am going to be squeezing it to get as much of the liquid out of there as I can. You do not want a watery tzatziki. And as you can see, man, there's quite a bit of liquid coming out of here. All right, I think I've gotten that liquid out of here. So this is a half cup container, folks. That 1 cucumber gave me more than the half cup that I need. Let's put this tzatziki together. We're gonna start with 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. The thicker the better. We'll come back with our half a cup of dried, drained cucumbers. It's going to really give it some nice color. To that, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 finely minced or grated fresh clove of garlic, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of some chopped dill. And you want to give this a good mix. Make sure everything in here gets incorporated. So here is our lamb breast. So you'll find lamb breast in your stores under different names. Some stores will refer to them as lamb ribs, others lamb belly, and others lamb breast. As far as I'm concerned, I can see breast, belly, and ribs on here. So regardless of what they call it, this is what you're looking for. A pretty fatty piece of meat. Does not take long to cook. And once this fat is rendered, man, it's very tender. There's not a whole lot of trimming required. Some of this lean skirt meat, I do like to remove. Large, heavy pieces of fat like this, we'll get rid of. This little floppy part of the belly, we'll remove. And I will attempt to remove the membrane. It's a little thinner, quite a bit more difficult than on a rack of pork ribs. If it becomes too much of a problem, I'm not going to sweat it, but I really would like to get off most of it. So most of that membrane is off. What I'm going to do is to score. And I don't mind cutting down into the meat a little bit. This will help rendering, crispifying. We'll get some seasonings down in there. So we're going to set this aside while we get our rub together. This rub is going to be filled with dry herbs. 2 tablespoons of Cavender's Greek seasoning. This recipe that I found, I really put together, calls for 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, but I'm going to use Cavender's Greek seasoning. 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley, dried, 1 tablespoon of dry rosemary, 2 teaspoons of sage, 2 teaspoons of dry onion powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So we're going to put everybody into the pool without me spilling. We're going to give a good mix. So we're coming back with our lamb ribs. And the first thing I want to do is just use avocado oil as a bit of a binder. Not a whole lot, both sides. We're going to be cooking this with some pretty high heat. So you definitely don't want an oil that's going to burn, scorched, and get some bitter flavors. All right, our rub that we just put together. I can definitely smell them. I'm not going to be afraid to rub this around. You won't ever see me do this on another piece of meat. All right, we're going to get a little cleanup knocked out. Then we're headed outside to get that pit going. Our drum is rocking at 300 degrees. That cowboy hardwood lump. I didn't add any wood chunks or anything. I don't want any other flavor besides just the grill flavor and the lamb. Just that hardwood briquette. I wouldn't mind this pit running the entire time between 300 and 325. I'm hoping this cook is right around 2 hours, but we'll see. We're at that first hour, folks. Let's take a look, see. Ooh-wee, if you can smell this. This fat is dripping down onto my little makeshift grease deflector with the holes in it. So that fat is dripping directly onto the coals, man. It smells heavenly. That bottom is crisping up nicely. I'm actually going to flip this over. Before I flip though, I'm going to hit it with some TNT mop sauce. I think that vinegar is really, really going to complement everything else I've done. There we go. Ooh, I can smell that vinegar. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to hit this backside as well. Right now, I'm still thinking maybe a little over an hour. We'll be back. We're at that 2 hour mark, folks. And about 20 minutes ago, I messed with these, moved them around. And they felt pretty close. So right now, I am quite certain 2 hours is going to get it done, man. Nicely rendered, man. Crispy. Lamb is supposed to be rare, but I don't do lamb ribs like that. This is how I like them. Really well done. Nice and soft. We're going to pull these off, give them a couple of 10 minutes to rest, and we'll get to chomping. All right, man, they've had a few minutes to rest. This SOOOO onion salad is just banging, tangy tzatziki. And I want to come in here and just, let's see. Oh. And this is what was so great about taking off that membrane as I could. Look at those juices coming out of there, man. Wow. I think there's still some bone and cartilage up in here. We shall see. Yes, I can feel that cartilage. Oh. There's that cartilage I was talking of. Oh, that's juicy. Wow. So tender. That cartilage is getting hard up there. We're gonna bypass that. Oh. Plus we've got some naan. Flatbread, man, nice and hot. Just real quick before Mom and I sit down, a little bit of a tzatziki, little onion salad. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. Mm-hmm. That looks delicious. Mom, I'm gonna cut you half of this. I'm not gonna leave you out.
Well, thank you.
There you go. Wow.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right.
Wow. flavor explosion, overload. That drum, the char, the grill flavor from the juices dripping onto those coals, the Greek seasoning. Man, everything works so well together. Mama and I are getting ready to sit down and throw down. I want to thank you guys and gals, as usual, for hanging out with Mama and Papa Joe. We really appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate your support. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Enjoy the holidays. Merry Christmas, man. I hope you have a prosperous new year. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Mom and I will see you when we see you.